Hey everybody, this is Grace. In this video, I'm going to talk about something that people who have behaviors that are rather narcissistic, they might do. Some of them. It's not a one-size-fits-all kind of thing. And that is when they are focused a lot on success. And they use things like manipulation, a variety of things that they do to get this success, and they want other people to recognize it, how successful that they are in whatever they do. Now, they might actually be successful in that, but what do they do to get there, and what do they do to keep it? Okay, now this is very manipulative behavior, and it goes for, abusive all around. So I'll talk about that. Okay. Given this is a time of pandemic, a lot of people are working from home. A lot of people are online for various reasons. And as it is already, some people, they earn part of their income from doing things online. And since you're watching YouTube, I'm going to use this as an example. Now, this is not all across YouTube. It's not typical, not that I'm aware of. I don't have any statistics or any of that, but I'm going to use that as an example. Now, it could be any social media where a person has an ability to earn something from it, and it could be that they are selling something that they do, some kind of product that they make or service they provide, and they sell it online. And now what they do to, like I said, first obtain this kind of success, and then how they do it combined. Okay, let me back up a little bit here. Now, why this is on my mind is I have noticed this not just on one social media, but some people have a sense of superiority, okay? And that is in what they do. Like I said, they can be successful in it, but they have a sense of superiority all around. Now, one of the things that they will do is say, they will attack, verbally attack people who are also in that genre, okay? Because they want to be top dog. They want to be the person that everybody looks at and glorifies and says that they are superior. And so they, in their minds, now this is in their minds, they need to get rid of the competition. So they will basically troll, or they will, in some instances, cyber stalk. And it doesn't have to be somebody who's superior either, that's also up there. It can be anybody. But they get, they see what the other person does and how they say it, and they will basically bash them. Okay, like if on YouTube they have another YouTuber they see that's kind of successful or not, they will bash that YouTuber. They will make their own video talking bad about that other YouTuber and how that other YouTuber is wrong, what they're doing wrong, and they often have that, that nice, like they're a nice person, and they're just trying to, inform other people. Now, some people do that, and they are actually nice people, and they are actually trying to, tell other people beware. But no, I'm talking about the ones who want to be the top dog. Okay, and see themselves as superior. They belong to this superior club, or they are that whole club of one themselves. They are the top dog. Okay. They have this sense of this kind of snobbery about them, this elitism, and like I said, they will attack other people in, whatever genre it is. But it can go beyond that. And it goes beyond it when they see other genres. Like, say, one of the people they're attacking, say it's one of the ones that they're not very popular. They're not big earners. They are the ones that are the nice ones trying to warn other people. They'll attack that person, but they'll also steal that person's ideas. I've done video after video about that. And they'll steal their ideas, and and also, while stealing that person's ideas, they will be at the same time, bashing that person. And nobody else might know that, but they are trying to show their superiority, trying to show that person they can do what they want to do, and that person is one of their victims, one of their targets, and that person can't do anything about it. Nobody would believe them because, as they see it, they are superior. And some people would say, well, you should be flattered by the person. That person's so successful. No, theft is not flattering, plain and simple. That's theft. But I've said that before. Now, whenever, say, that person, that victim that's not that popular, decides I'm going to do, or already does something else, and online, say the person who's narcissistic is actually cyber stalking their victims, or at least that one that's not that popular, cyber stalking, trying to get more and more ideas, because that need to get their anger out on their target, that not need, but it's really a want, but to them maybe it is a need when you get down to it. But yeah, that desire to take all that anger out of themselves and onto somebody else, and also to get new ideas. Okay, it could be many more things than just those also. Okay, but this victim, this one victim of theirs, besides or already was doing some kind of other genre, is not a person who sticks to just one genre. And so that the narcissistic person is stalking them, cyber stalking them, trying to find out what all they do, and they get upset, actually get upset, because their victim isn't doing just one thing, and then that they have to they feel like waste their time, like I said, it's videos, watching that person's other videos on other topics, and will actually complain about it, not directing it toward their victim. They're not going to point out that victim in that way, that when the person who's not popular. Now the other ones, when it's a high competition, the other ones who are real popular, they'll point out the person. They'll say this person's wrong, this person's wrong. You see, they'll actually name that person, but their victim, they're stealing most of their ideas. No, they won't give them any credit for anything. Yeah, because that's usually the one that's not very popular, is the one who's actually legit. Okay, they're actually out there trying to help people. Okay, now we're talking about in this genre of narcissistic abuse, you can find people who are popular, but they are narcissistic. The ones who are saying they might not even say they're trying to help people. They're just doing that for the money when it comes down to it. Okay, now let's go back to the victim I've been talking about, their target, the victim, the one that's not so popular and decided, has been doing, or, a variety of subjects. Well, the narcissistic one will then, because they have that, like I said, that strong desire to get, take their anger and show their superiority, especially to that one. Okay, the good one, the actual good person. So much anger, so much they want to take out on that person. And, we can go deeper into that. They will then start bad-mouthing that genre, that other genre, or genres. I think it's genres, of that victim, that target. If say the person usually does videos on narcissistic abuse or some kind of abuse, and they go to just regular daily vlogs, or not even daily vlogs, but just vlogs, vlog about their life, what goes on in their life. As a lot of people do. YouTube is not just about making money, and it's not just people how-tos. You actually have a genre of people and blogs, I believe it goes. Like, there's so many entertainment and so on and so forth. But this narcissistic person will badmouth those kinds of, other things. Why would anybody do that? This, we all experience that, so who would want to watch what they're doing? We have that already in our own lives. You see, they're going to, bash it. They're going to say things bad about it. That's a lot of people who do these things. And but they don't care. They want to show their superiority. What their point is to, what they're doing is trying to show their superiority, and that people need to listen to them, and that those are only for people who are, and then fill in the blank. Okay. Now, during all of this, now they actually feel no empathy. I mean, or they lack empathy. Doesn't mean 100% devoid of, but they will, they don't, the person could be going through something very, very serious, like health condition or whatever, but to them it doesn't matter. To them, what matters is that people see their superiority, that people see that everybody else is wrong and they're the only ones who are right. Okay? And not everybody in the world is wrong. Especially like if a person is in a field where they have a degree and somebody else has a degree. Now, people with their degrees, they're not always going to match up. The degree might be the same. Like I say, they both have doctorates. But the focus might not be the same. Have been the same. And the amount of hours they put into it, what they did to do it, what university or universities where they were educated, so on and so forth. They're not going to be totally the same. And whatever university they attended may have focused on one certain kind of paradigm or one certain kind of whatever they were focused on. And the other one was a different one. So the person graduates and has a different view. Now this narcissistic type thinks only their view, only what they were taught and might have taught at university themselves. That only that one is the correct one, and that is false. Period. Plain and simple, false. But as I said, much of it is about them showing their superiority, them taking their anger out on other people, them finding ways to make themselves even more successful, that may have floundered at first, and they found somebody to steal their ideals from. So then they, could find out, what others might like, what would make them successful from that person. It's a shame. It's terrible to see. But the thing about it is, they want everybody to see their superiority, and they start to go, what I have seen in my life, and this, like I said, it's not 100% across the board. Not everybody does it who's like this, and not everything outcome is the same. But what I have seen repeatedly in my life is that people will start to notice it. Enough people will start to notice it that they will start pointing it out. And they will be just as open about who is the person and what the person is doing. And like I said, pointing it out to more and more people. Now, I've also seen that it can be lather, rinse, repeat. That they lose their audience or, whatever it is. And they lose that because people have started to point it out, and other people can see it, can actually see it. And so they lose a lot of whatever it is, their followers. And but lather, rinse, repeat. They might have to move on to something else. Like in this kind of case, they would have to move on to a different genre or a different focus. And quite often they will move to it's something like involving the same but a different, under a different genre. And so then they draw in people from that genre. Okay, now, like I was saying, the person who may be their victim, the one that's not that popular, may have already been doing that. Okay, and it's not for them. They're actually good people. They're actually decent people. Now, they're not out for money. They're not out for fame, fortune, and superiority to show their superiority. They're just people, with good intentions, or they're just doing it. So, but yeah, it'll catch up with them. That person who doesn't have all that much of a following or whatever, the person with who's a decent person, might not be able to get the word out, but others will. Other people see it and they've had enough. So the bigger ones. Anyway, just thought I'd do a little video on that, and I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Talk to y'all in another video.